You know that feeling when you are just out of a huge adversity, but you're faced with another challenge right away? I think the transition from adolescence to adulthood is more of the same thing. During the age band of 26 to 40, we have so much to do to establish ourselves professionally, to make a name for ourselves, and to build a value system that suits our personality. This is also the time when most people start their families. Needless to say, it's a happening time indeed. It is also the time when we may be prone to a lot of stress. Welcome to the latest episode of Yogavaidhyam's podcast, where we have two guests today who will talk about how yoga relates to people of this age. One of them is, of course, Srividya, the founder of Yogavaidhyam, and the other is Mr. V.V. Radhakrishnan. He is a Class 1 officer in the Central Government of India who holds an MSc in Yoga and PG Diploma in Yoga Therapy from Tamil Nadu Physical Education and Sports University. He has been teaching yoga for the past 11 years for government departments, public sector undertakings, and banks. He has also handled one on one yoga classes for people with several health issues. It is a pleasure to have you with us, Mr. Radhakrishnan. Can you please explain why yoga therapy is essential between 25 and 40 years of age? What are the lifestyle modifications that you would recommend?
A person who is between the age of 26 and 40 has lot of responsibilities, the family responsibilities, because of which he cannot devote more time towards doing any sort of exercises, yoga. So this results in encountering many problems due to lack of physical activities. So when you have a problem and you go to a yoga therapist, he or she will design a course which will help you to overcome that problem. So it will not be a classical asanas which will be taught to you. It will be, the postures will be designed in such a way that you are able to do it without any difficulty. So the yoga therapy is essential in order to avoid the problem from getting aggravated. So you will be able to overcome out of the pain, and that body part will be made more flexible, and later on it will be strengthened, and this will prevent the problem from reoccurring. So once the practice is regular, you will not encounter that problem again. In addition to that, you have to make lifestyle modifications by doing some sort of physical activities every day, even at least for 15 minutes. So the food, so as is a saying, the lifestyle modification is needed, that you should not skip your breakfast and eat like a king. Then in the afternoon you have the food in moderation, and in the night you have dinner like a pauper. This good amount of sleep is needed every day, and whatever problems you are encountering, you should try to handle them in a positive way.
Thank you for sharing your perspective, Mr. Radhakrishnan. According to you, how can a person be proactive to take good care of their health?
Many people are not receptive to yoga, as it takes slightly longer time to get good results, and in this day of fast world, everybody is bent more on English system of medicine, which will only remove the symptoms and not the cause, whereas yoga therapy will go to the root of coming out of the problem, and it will prevent that problem from reoccurring. So it will be like starting from the stage where you are in that problem and slowly coming out of the pain threshold and increasing the flexibility and strengthening. So if you practice yoga therapy, it will help you to maintain a healthy life and physically, physiologically, and psychologically a very good life. So, whatever you are doing, have a positive approach and proactive approach to prevent that problem from reoccurring.
Please make note, dear listeners, yoga therapy can really enhance your lifestyle in the long run. Thank you for your time and valuable insights, Mr. Radhakrishnan. It was great to have you here today. Now, Madam Srividya, what are your views on lifestyle of people in this age group?
One feels independent on all accounts at this stage and learns that it is a mirage very soon. People have the false notion of being independent once they start earning. The reality is only the economic dependence is gone, but the rest remains the same based on the lifestyle that is led by an individual. There is every scope to build one's personality at this stage. Yoga can bring self discipline and can prevent the individual from derailing from the cultural norms. The identity of being single will change to marry, and so will the responsibilities. Multitasking becomes essential. New lifestyle of setting up of one's own family, status in the society, cultural exposure due to international assignments will be in the cards. New additions in the family will expose the importance of hospital visits for childbirth and followed by school visits. More responsibilities and more adaptations. Yoga plays a crucial role for this age group, first to make them accept the reality of momentary changes that are bound to happen in this ultra speed society. It is advisable to adhere to a yoga practice that would support the inner strength and peace to face the world outside.
Perfectly put, Madam Srividya. Now we have one more guest with us, a student of Madam Srividya, Mrs. Dhruva Patel. She's a 39-year-old IT management professional based in the US who has been learning yoga from Srividya for the past year. Let's hear from Madam Dhruva about her experience learning yoga and how it has changed her life.
Namaskaram. Wishing you good health. I'm an adult, age of 39. Last year, I was diagnosed with positional migraine, struggle with muscle stiffness in the upper and lower back, and experienced pain in my hip joints. Prior to starting yoga with Mrs. Srividya, I was on prescription strength medications and had gone through several visits with a number of different doctors for pain management. Thanks to Mrs. Srividya, I have gone completely off all medications and I'm now pain-free. Furthermore, incorporating yoga in my daily routine has helped me manage stress, improve strength, balance, flexibility, and I feel more energy with brighter moods. Thank you, Srividya, Yogavaidhyam.
Listeners, you've now heard it firsthand. Yoga and yoga therapy could be the solution you are looking for. Inculcate regular breathing practices and yogasanas in your daily routine, and I'm sure you'll notice the results sooner rather than later. With that, I bid adieu for today. Let's meet in the next episode. Until then, take care and bye.